On Sunday, mandatory payout again. Brian, they're expecting over $2 million in the pool. And pretty cool sequence that you might be able to nail this thing. And, it's going to start. It's a 10-race card, so it starts in race number 5. And interesting to see how you went and how I went in these different races.
I'm going to take a shot here, Ron. Grant David ran so well 2 starts back at 66-1. Got thrown to the wolves a little bit in an overnight last time. Well, I think he drops today. He's back with the kind of level he can make a dent on. The price should be right. I'm going to believe in that race 2 back. I'm going to put him on top.
I got him in there. I went 4 deep in this opening leg. I just couldn't really, zero in. I used this time the 5-horse, who drops, comes back, was on that pea patch, whatever. I don't understand that track too much over there, that surface over there. I think he can use it, but I'm in agreement that I'm going to have the 3 on my ticket.
Yeah, I think it's a spread race, too, because as you said, we're on the turf. It can be a little bit problematic. Try to stay alive after this one.
6th race, there's sort of a horse that jumps off the page at you. You would think then that's the number 3, look like it, going for its 3rd consecutive victory. Do you single here? I went too deep myself.
I didn't single, but she is my top pick, and I can see a lot of people, if you're on a budget, if you want to keep the ticket tight and maybe even try to hit it more than once, she's very logical and she's a very likely winner.
Yeah, and I had some interest a little bit on the number 1 horse in his Star Satin, for Bobby DeBona, and you're getting Paco Lopez back, so I just thought, hey, let me save a little bit there, but you could make a case like you're on a budget to single that horse. Race number 7, this was a mile 70 yards on the Tapeta. It's one of those head scratches for me. I went 4 deep, Brian. My top pick was Karaoke in there. I just thought this horse ran a good 3rd. Now, it was a while back, sort of looked up a stat, with Joe Orsino. He's pretty good with this move. He's 3 for 12, 25%. Put that one on top, and I went 4 deep.
I've got him in 2nd, but this is my single and best bet, Old Flag, on a big drop for Abreu, who started the meet hot. Patter Pop, this horse had a lot of trouble last time as well. To me, I'm just thinking like he's in here to pick up a W. If they want to claim him, that's fine. But your horse is next up on the list for me.
Yeah, I mean to use your horse too. That's what I was saying. Go for it. My single, Brian, comes in race number 8, and it's here's the kicker for Saffie Joseph Jr. I really liked that race last time out, 7 furlongs. Going to turn back to 6.5 furlongs. To me, and I wanted to get my ticket affordable for me, and this is where I went with the single.
Yeah, this horse will be a huge favorite. Odds on the morning line of my racehorse, so they're going to send it in. I did use the 3 Tap Manuka as well. The firster for Jenna Antonucci off a big bullet gate drill. Maybe she can run a little bit, but as you said, very, very likely that Here's the Kicker is going to take this one.
Another one I had a little trouble with, the race it's saying was race number 9. So I used the number 2 Zydeco for Victor Barboza Jr. Boy, you can't go wrong. Second off the bench, he had that big lead. He gets beat a neck last time out. So I just thought that was the way to go. But once again, not totally sold, so I used a couple other horses.
Yeah, 2 things. Zydeco ran huge. Now we've second off the layoff, second in the barn. Very dangerous. My long shot in here, though, Ron, because when you have a King Cab in the race, you have speed.
Yeah.
And they're going to hit hard early. Maybe Vladislav. He hasn't been on the main track in ages. He's been on it once in his life. Oscar Gonzalez, Ron, he's taken over now for this horse, and he's run well for him. He's going to run him on the dirt. He's going to get the pace. I don't know if he's going to handle it or not, but I'm going to take a little shot at the price.
Yeah, you'll get a good shot at price in that because, like you say, with King Cab, and I was going to ask you about that. Do you go with King Cab? Do you go with another horse? King Cab is one of those horses a lot of people are going to be zeroing in on. And then you go to the finale, and, I went 3 deep, Brian, and I used the number 8 horse on top, and that's Super Sailor for Bobby DeBona, dropping down from maiden special weight to 35. I thought this was a logical move. I'm interested to see if you used that one or others.
I did, Ron. This is such an interesting sequence because you have a horse like Super Sailor who's going to be a very heavy favorite, but does he have to win? I don't really think so. I took a shot, Ron. Overachiever, the first-time starter for Gary Lee, a Caraconti colt out of a midshipman mare, 2 turns, turf. We'll take a shot at what could be a price. We get Sammy Camacho to ride, but your horse is clearly the one to beat. I went 5 deep, but I have Super Sailor in second because the race goes through him on what is the biggest drop in all of racing.
Yeah, and the other horse I had a little bit of interest. I hope you used this one. Was Always True for Jerry O'Dwyer. He's got a pretty good stat. With second-time starters and roots, they run well. So we'll see how that horse runs. So that's us. My ticket was $76.80.
108 for me. You can easily. It's such an intriguing sequence because there's going to be people that play it a few times at a tighter ticket. There's going to be people that are spreading a little bit. I think we're both kind of right in the middle. 108 for me. They'll be out there. We're really looking forward to it as well.
Yeah, that's race number 5 on Sunday. Mandatory payout. Make sure you get your tickets in.